Angela Merkel today raised hopes for a post-Brexit fisheries pact with Britain after the UK's Norway agreement opened up a potential compromise. The German Chancellor said the UK's latest agreement was an indicator that a similar deal can be struck between Brussels and London. Speaking at a news conference in Brussels, the influential leader said, "This agreement with Norway is at least an indicator for being on a constructive path, and I don't think that's a bad message at all for us. I think it is rather one that shows that one can find ways to come to an agreement." The UK and Norway agreed to fix quotas and access to each other's water annually under the agreement, a proposal previously rejected by Brussels. Germany currently holds the EU's rotating presidency, and Mrs. Merkel will play a key role in convincing member states to support any agreement reached between Michel Barnier and Lord Frost. Mrs. Merkel will host the EU's chief Brexit negotiator in Berlin on Monday to discuss the latest steps in the Brexit process. After the ninth formal round of talks, the German suggested she was still optimistic a deal can be reached. She said, "A lot will be determined by what Britain wants and what Britain does not want. It is up to Britain to decide this freely. As long as negotiations are ongoing, I remain optimistic, but obviously I cannot tell you that there has been a breakthrough. It will be a crucial phase over the next few days." Boris Johnson will hold separate talks with Commission President Ursula von der Leyen to take stocks on the latest round of wrangling over a free trade agreement. Brussels sources claim British negotiators have shown a willingness to compromise in order to secure a deal. But EU diplomats say the move will require a decision by the politicians before both sides can make the concessions a reality. A Number 10 spokesman said, "The Prime Minister will be speaking to President von der Leyen tomorrow afternoon to take stock of negotiations and discuss the next steps." A senior diplomatic source said, "This is a good sign. I hope there will be forthcoming signals on the two main outstanding issues, fish and state aid." Another EU source said the 5 British proposals tabled ahead of this week's negotiating had created an opening. The insider said, "The papers did their job. They provided a starting point for talks this week.